Hello, hello, hello. Yes, race 11. Yes, the new week, the new race. Shake and bake the hash brown, I think, you know, a bit of a nickname for it. I mean, Blue Moon Speedway, not a lot of corners at all. Shaped like a hash brown. All it needs is an egg on top, you know, then we'll be well away. It's going to be quite difficult to commentate on this, but I'll give it my all, as I always do. This is the One Make series. First of all, this is the MRC Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship, Season 14, Pro 2, Race 11, hash brown, shake and bake, making it taste nice, you know. But yeah, so qualification, as you can see, Nick the Hammer Games. He likes oval tracks. He likes NASCAR and all these sorts of things. So he seems to have perfected this track and got obviously pole position. Gains that extra point. Well done. Marshall. In the other there's all Aston Martin GR4. It's all one make. No difference in cars. So Marshall on second. Very well done to you. Myself in third. James Harben there. In fourth position in the quick fit mobile. CRT Lucky Bucky back here in fifth. Gold 45 in sixth in his Budweiser mobile. Macreeda in seventh in his there we go, in his crayon eating Aston Martin. Martin 4 is at James 2. Crayon eater Darren 1. Yes, say no more on that. Daddy in 8th, Kiwi in 9th, Johnny C in 10th, and Jason in 11th. Only 11 cars this evening. A bit of a not a great showing, but yeah, 11 cars, still loads of action. But let's get this underway. Let's get everything up. I'll just display that. So Nick the Hammer Games. Obviously get them away around this hash brown track. Where's the bacon, the sausages and beans? Yes, bit of banter there. So here we go, lap 1 of 400. Yeah, Nick the Hammer Games gets away. Got Marshall there as well. Myself behind, quickly into the slipstream of Marshall there. Yeah, James Harben. You know, we're going around the first turn now, and Nick's there, Marshall's there. We've got myself there. We've got James Harben there. We've got CR2 Lucky Bucky. We've got Macreeda. We've got Gold. We've got Kiwi, we've got Daddy, we've got Johnny C and Jason. I mean, the key thing for this track is slipstream. You know, you lose a slipstream, that's it. Your race is over. We've got Marshall taking the lead in first position. Myself following Marshall around the second. We've got the Hammer Games to the right. We've got James Harben. And then we've got CR2 Lucky Bucky in fifth. And then Macreeda in sixth. And then Gold, yeah. So obviously it start spacing out towards the rear, because obviously a few of them did lose the slipstream. We've got Jason there. Looking down the left there of Johnny C. Does he make that stick? No, they're side by side here. Yeah, so Jason's behind Johnny C. Say, hurry up, mate. Come on, hurry up. Just come on, speed up a bit. We're losing ninth position there of Daddy. But we go quickly. I'm going to stay like this view. It's a lot easier this moment in time. Myself behind. I'm like, come on, I need to have a game. Let's go. Let's go. But then we've got Marshall behind there in third. We've got James Harben in fourth. CR2 Lucky Bucky there. Macreeda. Out we go. Because, yeah, the back of the field now, the back of the grid, they are catching slowly, but not massively. 49-second lap. Up we go quickly, because Nick the Hammer Games just took the lead again. Let's go on board Nick the Hammer Games, but look back at everyone else. James Harben now up to second. Marshall in third. Myself in fourth. And then we got CR2 Lucky Bucky. And then we got Gold. Obviously Marshall, James Harben second and third at the minute. Macreeda, Kiwi, McDaddy, Johnny C and Jason. So we go quickly. Let's go up and have a look from Nick's perspective, looking back at James Harben and Marshall. James Harben's like, Marshall, you have a go now, get behind Nick and get the slipstream. And then we got obviously Gold putting out as well. to go past CRT Lucky Bucky, but he just sits back in the slipstream. We've got Marshall looking to the left of James Harbin now. Then now he takes first, and then we've got Nick the Hammer Games and James Harbin battling out second and third. We've got myself in fourth. We've got like, is it 8 cars there? 7 cars. We've got Gone McCreeder. McCreeder's in the mix. Kiwi, McDaddy just dropped back a little bit, but 8 cars battling out for that first position at the minute. We're 3 laps in, 3 minutes in as well. We've still got 27 minutes to go. Free wide. James Harbin there. Marshall, myself, I take the lead now. No, James takes the lead. It's just like this all the way through. We've got Jason now up to 9th. He's now he wants to get into the slipstream. He wants to get behind. We've got my daddy as well. We've got Johnny C, 9th, 10th and 11th. Up we go. Someone's hit the wall. I think that was me. That slowed me down. Oh, Marshall hit the barrier there, didn't he? Let's get back on board with Marshall. Yeah, this corner here. It's where to perfect this corner, you know, just coast in. Yeah, he just runs a little bit too wide, just clips the barrier. Doesn't lose too much time. Got Goal coming through the middle. It's like, coming through, lads, whether you like it or not. We got Nick the Hammer Games as well. He's like, yes, coming through, following you. But yeah, you know, season 14 is almost over, and we've got a couple more rounds to go. We've got obviously the race after this, St. Croix, in reverse. That's reverse grid. So obviously check that out once that's out as well. Myself, I'm leading the way. The fastest lap is a 48.974. Yeah, obviously season 14, a few more rounds to go, and then it'll be over. Then we'll be on to season 15 of the MRC Grand Tour Touring Championship. And now we've got McCreeder there. He's actually helping his championship rival there, McCreeder. So yeah, it's myself still up in first position, but I got Gold and Marshall now. So Marshall's like, yes, I shall come through the middle. No, he's not. He just sat behind. McCreeder's there as well in 4th. Now it looked like a hash brown, so I thought I'd just name it hash brown track. And I'm probably Darren, oh, very funny, shaking bacon and whatnot, you know. Yes. Where's the bacon and the sausages and the orange juice and the apple juice? But out we go, because of myself still leading the way. Goal 45 in second, got up there eventually. McCreeder likewise, Mr. Crayon Eater number 2. Goal 45, like I said, Nick the Hammer Games. Marshall up to 4th now. Hammer Games down to 5th. Then we have James Harbin. What happened there? Who's go on board with CRT Lucky Bucky. Was he riding the wall there? Or was that just my eyesight? Let's have a look. Oh, no, it's a little bit too late. Oh, he gets pushed. Johnny C pushes him. He's like, come on. From that view I looked at there, it looked like he, you know, riding the wall, as they say. Yes, Jason in the bright banana mobile, Aston Martin in 11th. And I don't see why Berserker Boy loves the Aston Martin so much, you know. And he's in love with them. But fair play, he's got his replay out as well, along with Chris Wall. But yeah, 5 minutes in, 7 laps on lap number 7. Still a long way to go. Obviously, I'm side by side now with McCreeder. McCreeder still leading the championship. Goal 45 behind in 3rd. Nick the Hammer Games and Marshall. Marshall's in 4th. Me and Marshall had a bit of a tussle over about 4 or 5 laps. It went on for a while. And then Nick the Hammer Games comes through. He's like, yes, come on, Darren, hurry up. Speedy. And then James Harbin will look to help Marshall now in 5th position. CRT Lucky Bucky behind. We've got a few cars wide. CRT Lucky Bucky got the triple slipstream there, and he's up to 7th position now. And then we've got a Kiwi there as well. Having a good show so far. CRT Lucky Bucky just hits the wall there. He wants donuts with the fans, you know, they're sat there eating their donuts and whatnot and their popcorn. Jason, a 2-second penalty, what for? Let's have a look at this. Really? Nah, that ain't right. That's bump drafting. Why has he got a penalty for that? I mean, everyone's doing it around this track. And look, we're on board with Jason now. And he gives CRT Lucky Bucky a little tap. And he gets a 2-second penalty. Nah, that ain't right. That can't be right. And he can't be penalised for that, surely. Because everyone else is doing this bump drafting as well. I mean, to get a 2-second penalty for what he done, that was just minimal. And that's a bit unfair. That's very unfortunate indeed. And I can see he's a bit frustrated now. Because 2.8. So, how did he get an extra penalty for that? He's burning it off there, and then Kiwi comes into the side of him, and he gets an extra second penalty because of it. Where's the sense in that? There isn't, because everyone's doing it bump drafting, and you got side contact as well. But Jason's coming off worse, and because of that, he's had to back off, and he's lost a lot of time. I don't see why he's got a penalty. Probably figured Darren be quiet, you know, but it's the truth. Everyone else is doing similar things. Why has he come off worse? I don't understand. Up we go 4, because at the front we go, we've got Macreeda still leading the way. Watch that bump draft, you know. Maybe it's a little bit more of a hit, but no, that was minimal for Jason there. Bit hard done by. Watch. Let's just stay on board with Macreeda and see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's go out. Let's just watch. Because we've got the gang of the cars here. We've got James Harper now to 3rd. Got myself behind. Obviously, I'm falling back now with Marshall as well, because Goal 45 is in 5th. I'm still perplexed over that penalty. You know, Marshall just eases it around there. It's Gold, yeah, Gold goes through the middle of me. There's a bit of contact there with James and Gold. You know, we go quickly, because I just want to see if anything else happens, like, similar to that. Oh, Marshall just runs it, gets it a bit wrong there. Oh, he's lucky to save that. Well held though, my man. Yeah. The only thing I can think of with Jason, it was a little bit too hard. But that, as you see now, Marshall hit into me quite hard. The same as what Jason done. But Marshall, obviously, I'm just making this as an example. I'm not saying Marshall will get a penalty. But that contact there was the same as what... See there? That was a similar thing what Jason done. But Jason come off with a second penalty because of it. I don't know if Chris or Seamus can, you know, look at that and rectify that. Because I think that's just a little bit too harsh in my eyes. I may be moaning a bit too much, but because of that, now Jason's fallen right back and he's there because of it. When he was with the pack. You know? People are probably thinking, Darren, you know, we're going on a bit too much. But no, it's ruined a person's race because of that. You know, but up we go quickly. Because we have got Macreeda now leading the way. We've got James Harbour. Let's see that hit there. Did James Harbour get a penalty because of it? Because that was quite forceful. Not mega, but it was a similar thing to Jason. No, gets away with it. So if Dave or, if Chris or Seamus can look at that and obviously rectify that penalty if he did get anything. So that was a bit untoward there. James Harbour in 3rd now. Macreeda and Nick the Hammergate side by side. Nick just runs it a bit too high. But myself in 5th. We've got Marshall in 6th. We've got Kiwi in 7th. We've got McDaddy in 8th. 4 cars battling it out here. And unfortunately, right down now is Jason. He's doing all he can to get back up there, you know. But it's going to take a hell of a lot to gain up to the back of them 4 cars ahead. But up we go quickly because Macreeda's leading the way now with Nick the Hammer Games behind. Then we've got Goal 45 in 3rd, and we've got myself in 4th. James Harbour in 5th, me and James Harbour side by side. Marshall's still sitting behind James Harbour. You see myself there, and you know, James Harbour, Hammer Games, Gold, etc, etc. Yeah, this corner was you have to perfect this corner. Maybe we went up high and cut it in really low. But yeah, obviously now we're battling away. First, 2nd, 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th. Back down we go because obviously got McDaddy's pulling away from this pack now, Johnny C. But Johnny C and Lucky Bucky will be looking to help each other now. Kiwi in 10th. Jason 11th, you know. Anyway, back up we go because we've got Goal 45, James Harbour. Goal 45. Yeah, he's you know, he's giving it quite a good showing. I think since Dragon Gardens, he has upped his game. You know, I have noticed that he's got a bit of a push along there from James Harben. Just lets off the accelerator there, just drops down the gear. Oh, James straightens out wall. Careful, mate. You're gonna ruin the car. But he's sitting in the slipstream with goal 45. He didn't lose too much. So we've got Marshall in third now. Macreeda in fourth. I'm behind Macreeda. I'm looking for that move, but no, Nick the Hammer Game is looking in the inside of me. Marshall, fourth, myself up to fourth now. Bit of a hit into Macreeda there by me, but I didn't get a penalty. I hit it. Now Marshall. So this is where I went a bit wrong. So I'll pause it a minute. I'll pause it in a minute. I'll just tell you where I went wrong. I hit into Macreeda. I didn't mean to. It was accidental. There. So obviously I hit into Macreeda there, and after that I ran a bit too wide. I ran into the wall, and we'll see what happens now. So I run it a bit. I hit into the wall. I clip it. Marshall's behind, nowhere to go. That was completely my fault. I hit into Macreeda prior to that, so that obviously slowed me down and it ran me wide. Marshall was like gonna wait. I said no, Marshall, because as you see now, I hit into Macreeda, but I didn't get the penalty. I hit into the wall, and if I can sort of like get there, so I hit into the wall. Let's go back on board with Marshall again, because I hit Macreeda. You'll see me hit Macreeda now on board with Marshall. So I hit Macreeda there, and then I run it a bit too wide. So there I am now, run it a bit too wide. I hit the wall, and then Marshall's got nowhere to go because I rebounded off that wall. It slingshot me across in front of Marshall. Now Marshall thought he'd done wrong, but he didn't do nothing wrong at all. This is all my own doing. I just wanted to clarify that, with clear it up with Marshall. It wasn't your own doing, mate. It was my own fault. I hit into Macreeda. I hit into the wall, and that slingshot me across in front of you. So Marshall, no hard doing from you at all, mate. It was all me. And then obviously that sends me wide into that barrier, and I pick up damage. See, Marshall slowed, and that affected him as well. And I told him, just go. You know, you don't need to slow down. But out we go. 5, because obviously now that's dropped me down with. Obviously I pit. I changed the tyres. Why not? Let's get rid of him. But now that's obviously ruined my race. But yeah, Marshall, that was all me doing, my man. She wasn't the cause of that at all. So Jason now obviously is in 10th. So he's like, yeah, loving it. I'm not at the back. Fair play to him. I am. So up we go quickly. Goal 45. Goal 45 is in first. Let's see if any moves were done. No, he's putting out a bit of a lead there, isn't he? Fair play to him. Now, having games in second. 17 laps in, not even halfway yet. Creeder in third, Marshall in fourth, Kiwi in fifth. Oh, we got a bit of a. Whoa! Let's go back and have a look at that. On board with Lucky Bucky, he's got Kiwi in fifth. Obviously, these fellas have all moved up position because of my error. So yeah, we've got CRT Lucky Bucky around the left, Kiwi there. Daddy's sitting behind. A bit of a tap there to CRT Lucky Bucky, no harm there at all. Johnny C's like, yeah, let's go in the pits, get out of the way, get out of the way, you know, get out of the way, do my head in. And up we go. We've got goal 45 still leading the way. Nick the Hammer Games in second. Macreeda in third. Myself in fourth. Kiwi in fifth. McDaddy in sixth. Lucky Bucky in seventh. James Harben in eighth. Jason in ninth. He's gained a couple of positions now. Johnny C in 10th. And myself all the way back down because of my silly error in 11th position. But yes, here we are. Ready? Hey, 15 minutes in. We've done 18 laps already. All these just piled into the pits. You know, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. I mean, eighth. They're all piling in, and can we capitalise on this? I was like, yeah, they're all in the pits. Can I push up and make some moves, gain some positions while they're in the pits? No, no. Don't be silly, Darren, because all they are, there they are, coming out of the pits. You know, you're just coming across the start-finish line now. I lost all that time, and I tried and tried and tried from this point. I put my foot down. I was just planted around certain apexes around this corner, like that corner there. Normally where you have to ease off. I thought, I've got nothing to lose. Just put my foot down and go for it. Up the front we go, because we've got James Harvin now leading the way. Very well done indeed. So he's put out a bit of a gap to nip the hammer gains, the oval master there. Yeah, likes NASCAR, likes Daytona or whatever it is, you know, whatever they do in America. But yeah, Macready in third now. Under pressure from Gold 45 in fourth position. Gold is looking down the left. You made that mistake. Oh, side by side there. A little bit of contact, but nothing untoward. And Macready just like, yeah, I'll sit this hit stream now. Gold, you know, with his PlayStation mobile. Out we go, because we've also got Marshall in fifth now. See what I mean? He's lost so much time because of that, because he backed off. I did feel bad for him, but he's not too far away, but it's a big ask just to get up there. Johnny C in sixth. In the Aston Martin, like it is all Aston Martin, one mate. McDaddy in seventh. A little bit of glitch in there from Kiwi in the background. Kiwi in 8th, CRT Lucky Bucky in 9th, and myself in 10th. Obviously Jason's pitted, but he's gunning it, he's going for it, Fastest lap at the minute is done by, let's have a look, the fastest lap is Gold 45 or 48.974. So yeah, there's obviously the lap chart, the gaps between obviously drivers. I mean, look, if we go right down to Jason, I mean, it's a lot. It's 52 seconds. Sorry, no, it isn't. It is. We can work this out because it's there. That's the timings there. What does it give you the difference? That's the difference in between drivers. Because it is quite large. Because I mean, the lead runners were basically halfway round or almost completed their lap, and Jason was at the rear. Yeah, to me and Jason it's like 9 seconds now. The lap chart there, the circle map, I don't know what this does. Obviously the lead car in the middle, and the track map where they are position wise. You see what I mean? We got first, obviously second, third and fourth together, and then got Jason just coming around that left-hander there, and they've almost come to the end of that lap. And there's me in 10th, you know, and they're almost completed this lap. So we're halfway round, and they're almost done this lap. It's absolute madness. The Hammer Games now side by side with James Harben, first and second. Gold 45 in third. Macready in fourth. Marshall in fifth. Johnny C in sixth. Kiwi in seventh. CRT Lucky Bucky, bit of a gag of the cars here, and they are battling it out. Kiwi, yeah, see what I mean? You go low, then you go up high again. It seems to be a good line. And there's myself behind. I'm trying all I can because I can see him up in the distance. There. I'm like, right, you know, just go a bit faster. Put your foot planted, you know. But everything I was doing wasn't helping because it was still just pulling away. I mean, Jason was like, oh my god, I'm like 9 seconds behind Darren. You know, but like I said, I'll go back to that penalty now. The penalty affected his race, and that's an absolute fact. And he was hard done by there. But up we go. He's got Nick the Hammer Games leading the way, Mr. Oval Master. 19 minutes in, 24 laps. He has done the fastest lap of the race, a 48.818. Very nice job indeed, James Harbour. So these group of 4 now are broke away from Marshall. And I'm still doing his post-race replay now. I've seen how much it affected Marshall by him slowing down, and mate, I apologise because it wasn't your fault. Johnny C in 6th, we've got CRT Lucky Bucky in 7th, my daddy in 8th, Kiwi in 9th, myself in 10th, and Jason. He's trying all he can to catch me up like I am trying to catch up 9th position. But these four here, I'm gonna go back to Macreeda for the minute, because this is now the battle for the win for this race, because the group behind Marshall is falling right back now, because he was fighting obviously up the top four before the actual pit starts and before my incident. So we've got goal 45 with Nick the Hammer Games leading the way with that aeroplane coming into land. James Harben just sitting in the slipstream. You know, he might sit there for a few laps and not get the move done yet. But Nick's actually gone faster. His fastest lap is quicker than his qualification lap. So yeah, a bit snuffy at the minute, a bit chesty as well. A few health issues at the minute. Stopped the racing. Had to back out of Infinity. Hard thing to do. To can't hack 50-minute endurances. I mean, like races like this, I mean like 30 minutes and a break, and then 30 minutes I'm fine with, because I get that little bit of a break. But to go flat out with, you know, a few conditions now, and you know, it was a hard thing to do. You know, I've done 4 seasons of Infinity, but hey, I'm still sticking to the comp side for sim effects. That's my word. I won't let James or Dave down, you know, in regards to that. So I just hope they all have a good race. Obviously, I actually done this Tuesday, so I hope they have a good race on Tuesday evening. I'll miss it, but I look forward to the replay by Chris Wall. But apart from that, back to the race. We have got 8 minutes to go. We are 26 laps in. Now is the moment of truth. Now is like, who's gonna try and pull out that gap? But it's difficult with slipstream. With the slipstream, you're gonna have it. James, he's fallen back a little bit, James, but he will come back up to the top 3. We've got Marshall and mate. He's fallen way back. He can battle now with obviously the 3 cars behind, possibly the 4th as well. So I can see, because I'm catching Kiwi. You know, I took bits out here and there, but I was catching. He was coming closer to me. I was like, come closer, back off. I did say at one point, just slow down, let me come through, you know, or let me get to your slipstream, you know, let's help each other. But I don't think he heard me. There we go, because we have got not long to go. These lead cars, let's go on board at the Hammer Games, because he's to the rear of this pack. He obviously qualified on pole position. He's led majority of this race. Fastest lap still, no one's beat that lap. Yeah, you got James Harben, goal 45. Macreeda leading the way. Ignore what it says on the back. And then we got obviously Marshall now with these cars behind him. See, there's Kiwi to the back, and there's myself, and I gained a bit more on that lap as well. But Jason, you know, he's fallen right back now. You can see me up ahead, but I was way too far ahead. At one point I was thinking, should I just back off and just, you know, let him come up behind me and, you know, have a bit of a race? But I thought, no, because I was catching Kiwi, like I said. So we have got Nick the Hammer Games obviously in 4th. Now is the moment of truth. We have got over 6 minutes left of this race. Now they will be gunning it for it now. We see Marshall in the background now in 5th. But he is leading this group around. CRT Lucky Bucky pulls to the left. Really get their move done. Because Marshall did have some good lines around here, to be honest with you. Likewise the top 4 as well. You know, just perfecting it. I haven't, obviously, what I might do actually, before I end this lap, or race, see how they get on, in car with each of them. Just a couple of seconds. So on board with Macreeda. Goal 45, we're on board with goal 45 now. Nick the Hammer Games, go on with Nick the Hammer Games. Sorry about flicking camera. I think it would just stay on one camera when I flick cars. Got James Harben here, sitting behind Nick the Hammer Games there. Then we got obviously Marshall, he's in 5th. We've got Johnny C behind in 6th. Oh, Johnny C's in 7th. My daddy's took that 6th now. Let's go on board with my daddy. And then we go down to CRT Lucky Bucky. He's in 8th. And we've got Kiwi, the man loving Pro 2 at the minute. Says it every week. Fair play to him, he's a good lead. He's dropped back in 9th. And myself, I'm in 10th. See, I'm going flat out now, not easing off or anything, just flat out motion. But then we go down to Jason. He's in 11th position. So yeah, obviously the hash brown track, as I'm going to call it, is very wearing on the front left and sorry, front right, back right. The left were okay, to be honest with you. It's just dead, wearing rapidly in the rear. The back right, the rear tyre was wearing quite rapidly. But not long to go now. We're 31 laps in. So now let's concentrate. Obviously, this lead group, the top 4. Now they'll be swapping positions every so often. James Harben there still sitting in 4th. My daddy in 5th. I mean, we're concentrating on this group for the minute. Then I will go down to that second group. McCreader's pulling to the left at goal 45 now. Nick the Hammer Games is behind in 3rd. We have James Harben to the left and Nick the Hammer Games in 4th. I think he gets that moved on to Nick the Hammer Games. They're side by side still. So Nick the Hammer Games got the advantage of the slipstream there from goal. Then we have McCreader up in 1st position. Back down we go because we've got McDaddy. He's leading this group around as well. Marshall unfortunately dropped down to 6th. He would have been up there with the lead group if he didn't slow down. McDaddy leading them around. Marshall in 6th. Johnny C in 7th. CRT Lucky Bucky giving him the hurry along there. Come on, mate, hurry up. And we got Kiwi in 9th. We got myself in 10th. And Jason, unfortunately, is falling right back now in 11th position. Up we go because we haven't got long to go at all. Because it's anyone's race here. Oh, like a train going down this long straight. Goal 45 pulls to the left. Will he get a double slipstream here? Will he get a double overtake? He's looking for it. He's looking for it. He's looking for. Oh, he tried it, but it didn't quite pull off. Nick the Hammer Games now in 3rd. James Harben's pulling to the left for Nick the Hammer Games. James Harben is in 4th position at the moment in time. We have McDaddy in 5th. But let's concentrate on this for the couple of minutes because there's enough of a gap to concentrate on these as well. But leading them around at the moment in time is McCreader. Goal 45 in 2nd. I can just picture this being a close finish because they're so close on track. But James Harben's fallen back a little bit. But obviously he'll get the slipstream. Hopefully. So he'll get back up there as well. Just over 2 minutes to go of this race. McDaddy obviously in 5th. McCreader in 1st. Yeah, this is going to be very close finish, I think. Very close finish. Gold. I mean, next week's track there are it's actually Nürburgring GP for the Aston Martin, and then for their own choice it will be Big Willow. Lovely track that, Big Willow. So here we go. Let's concentrate on this for the minute. Let's go back down. Let's just see what's happening. Jason in 11th, myself in 10th. Kiwi falling back now from this group in 9th. CRT Lucky Bucky as well is falling back a little bit as well. Johnny C still sitting behind Marshall. Marshall will be looking for that 5th position back. Marshall in 6th. With McDaddy in 5th. Up we go because we have got just over a minute to go. This is anyone's call for this win of this race. So we have 2 abreast. We have James Harben behind. We have Nick the Hammer Games behind as well. Let's go up with goal 45 because I think they'll have a couple more laps to go. But we just need to concentrate because we have got a battle behind as well, a group behind battling as well. Sorry about that, let's get a bit of a drink. So yeah, McCreader. Yeah, this is going to be absolutely close. Absolutely, it will be. Yeah, because Nick Hammer Games, he's on it. He's like flat out. James Harben, McCreader, goal 45. They're all going for it. Down we go. We've got Marshall now up to 5th position. We've got McDaddy in 6th. We've got Johnny C in 7th. CR2 Lucky Bucky in 8th. Kiwi unfortunately has dropped back now. We've got myself in 10th and Jason in 11th. Because up we go quickly because we have got goal 45 leading the way from McCreader. McCreader in 2nd. James Harben in 3rd. Nick the Hammer Games in 4th. Who will get this win? We don't know. But only time will tell. James Harben there just hits the wall a little bit. Slows him down. But he's still foot on that throttle. We've got Marshall now in 5th. We've got obviously McDaddy in 6th. They're still battling this back group as well. I'll go quickly because we haven't got too far to go. I think this will be the final lap of this race because here we are. We have goal 45, McCreader, Nick the Hammer Games and James Harben battling that out. Let's go on board with McCreader. Who will get this win? McCreader is in 1st position. We've got goal 45 in 2nd. We've got Nick the Hammer Games in 3rd. We have got James Harben in 4. Let's go up to this front group. Who will get the win? Who on board Macreeda? They are coming 3 abreast almost, but Macreeda gets a win. Does he? Yes. Goal 45 second. Then Hammer Games in 3rd. Very good race indeed for that was cracking. James Harvard in 4th. Marshall, will he hold on to 5th? He shall. McDaddy in 6th. Johnny T in 7th. A bit of a handbrake, but a bit wrong. CRT Lucky Bucky in 8th. Myself in 10th. Let's just go back for a minute. Jason in 11th. Let's just go back to say a few things before we finish. Obviously, cracking race by all, you know, but obviously fair play to Macreeda. Obviously, check me out for the next week's replay from Nürburgring GP. Obviously, I've been ESL Idol 4. I appreciate you for watching this. Watch St. Croix as well. St. Croix B in reverse. Very enjoyable and track that indeed. So check out that one as well. This is a bit of a tap there. So yeah, obviously I've been ESL Idol 4. Appreciate you watching the stream. Like, comment, subscribe. You will have a fantastic day. Yeah, check out race 12, St. Croix B in reverse. But I've been ESL Idol 4. You have a great day. Take care. Thank you very much. Bye bye.